But to put a button on this Spain and Portugal trip, 9 days, well spent. Definitely two locations that I would recommend to anybody else to travel to. Again, depending on what you're interested in. But just all in all, two beautiful locations to see, experience a lot of culture, and just a great experience. So I'm gonna have a lot of content to post over the next, few weeks, the next few months, definitely. Just editing everything. It's gonna take a while, but that's what I love about these trips. It gives me a like a creative crutch in my my creative bank in order to just have content to sit on and edit and post for the next few months. And that's basically how I post my content. Those who follow me know I'll go on a trip. If the trip is a month long, like I usually do with my summer trips, I'll go on my trip and I'll post while I'm out there very, very seldomly. I'll post every other day. I don't post everything that I'm doing because it's not until I come back and I throw everything on the big screen and I really start editing everything is when I start re-rolling out everything or reposting everything that I did on that trip. So, for example, the Spain trip, I posted a little bit while I was out there. I came back now. It's going to take me a week or so to edit all that content and then I repost it as if I'm out there in that moment. I don't try to, play or stunt like I'm out there in the moment. But I do tell people, hey, listen, I'm back home now. If you're a client of mine, I'm here. I'm not gonna just not show up to any of the shoots that we set up. Or if you're a friend of mine, I'm here to link with y'all. But I'm just reposting my content, and I tell people that, and then it gives people to relive uh, through me, the same way I'm reliving it, posting it. And I had someone ask me as to why I do this. And it's very simple because you always have people watching. As a content creator, you always want eyes on you. Repost your content. Some people feel strongly about this and don't want to do it. I never understood why this is a thing. And my biggest argument for this is growing up, what did all of us do? We watch TV. And on TV, what did they do? They played reruns. And what did we do as the consumer? We watched the reruns because we were entertained by whatever show it was. And if we were tired of it, guess what? We flipped the channel and we went elsewhere. However, when we got tired of a show and decided to stop watching, someone out there was watching that show for the first time, even though it was a rerun. The same way I was watching reruns of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Other people seen that in real time when new episodes came out. You see where I'm going with this? Like the blueprints are out there. We have to just take from them. It's so simple. We have to stop complicating things. So me as a content creator, I go on my trips, I post about it, I come back, I edit, I post it in a particular manner that I want to for my story highlights, for people to take my itineraries. Those who follow me know I do that. And and then when I'm making posts on Instagram or TikTok, if I post it now, I might repost it in a month or so, or 2 months or 3 months, or the content that I posted a year ago, I might post it again. If you've been following me, you might see this and say, oh, okay, I don't want to see this. It's annoying. Like, why is he reposting his shit? You go about your day, you keep scrolling. However, I have new followers now who haven't scrolled through my entire page and want to see new content. So with that being said, content creators, repost your work. You posted something a few months back. People who have been following you for a while already seen this work. However, since then you have regained new followers. Therefore, repost your work to show the new people what you did in the past. Don't be ashamed to repost your work. Like I said, the blueprints are out there. Television posts reruns of different shows. We should do the same thing with our content to show the people who haven't seen it before what it is, and maybe even people who've been following us want to see it again. So never be ashamed to repost your work. As a matter of fact, you should be encouraged to do so. Play the game with the algorithm. It's a game we hate playing, but we have to do it. It works to your advantage. The only thing about this that I don't like, and I think this is something that only happens to me personally and probably happens to other people, but with me reposting my work and how I travel and how I post my work period, I always have people telling me, damn, you always traveling, like, damn, you're always going somewhere. And this happens in years in which I would only travel for 1 month. However, I'm a content creator. I stretch this material out that I pause, that sounds crazy. I stretch this material out, I said it again, for so long. And what I mean by this is like this past summer, or my first trip ever was in 2018, and I left the country to travel for 2 months straight. You probably heard it in my first podcast, right? My next time traveling wasn't until a year later, because when I left for the summer and then I came back, I had my college semesters to worry about. But during that entire, August up until the following May, June, July, up until my next trip, I was still posting content from my first trip. So people were always thinking that I was still traveling. And this is how I usually travel. I have one big trip a year. And I always tell people this. It's not like I try to like play a game on social media and have people think this. I tell people, no, I left for a month and I'm just posting this. I left for a month in July. I'm still posting about it in December. I'm still posting about it in February. I'm still posting about this in April. And it's because of how I stretch content out. And this is why you'll see more content creators talking about having filming days, 1 day a month, where you can get all your ideas. You rent out a studio and you film for the entire day. So now you have content to post continuously for the next month, maybe 2 months. Maybe it's only a few weeks until you can get more content out there. So you have to really be strategic with how you post your content, how you post your work, and because it can relieve and put a lot less stress on you as a content creator. We're always thinking about what we should create next, right? And not only when you create next, but in which manner should you post about it. So if you had a day in which you can shoot everything at once and then spend the rest of the time editing, and then, you spend a few days editing and now you have a month worth of content to post, you can now worry about other stuff. So these are just like my mind is now finally operating on my way of planning things out, my way of creating now through experience. And this is with everything in life. It becomes easier. But at the same time, it opens your mind up to different avenues and different ways in which you plan to scale. I hope so. And I hope this is the way for other people. That, ladies and gentlemen, was a clip from a full episode of the Live from 61 podcast. If you enjoyed what you heard, I ask that you listen to the full podcast episodes up now and running on YouTube, streaming services, and wherever the fuck else you listen to podcasts. Thank you for listening once again. You have a good one.